What I love most about volunteering for pregnancy resources is the opportunity it gives me to reach the undecided women in our community with facts and education in a Christ-centered way.
I think probably the thing I like best about volunteering here at the Pregnancy Resource Centers is just blessing young moms and seeing how God can use this place and use me in a very small way to be a blessing to others and to do what God wants me to do.
The thing that I like best about Pregnancy Resources is working with the people in our community and getting to help them see Jesus in everything we do.
What I love about working at Pregnancy Resources is being your urban missionary, and I get to share with you how you have been able to touch the lives of men and women who have walked through our door.
The thing I like most about Pregnancy Resources is the fact that we get to help people that may not be getting help otherwise.
What I like working at Bella's Closet, in Bella's Closet, is serving the clients and praying with them at the end of their appointment.
I love the Christ-centered atmosphere of Pregnancy Resources, that we get to pray before every staff meeting, and that this is just a safe, loving space for our clients.
What I like best about working at Pregnancy Resources is, one thing, the women I work with, which we are family, we love one another, we pray for one another. I love starting out each morning in prayer, and then also our clients, meeting with the clients as an advocate, Lord, and being able hopefully to speak truth in their lives, share the love of Christ with them, and help them to make a good decision about keeping their baby.
I love working at Pregnancy Resources as a volunteer because the mission is fantastic. Helping clients understand the preciousness of life is what I really do think I like the best.
Well, I enjoy volunteering here at Pregnancy Resources. We have some great clients and glad to be able to help them out. We have wonderful volunteers and it's a joy working with them, and just like to be able to take care of whatever little issues need to be taken care of. So it's a fun day when we're volunteering here at Pregnancy Resources. Enjoy doing it.
The thing that I like best about volunteering for Pregnancy Resources is empowering women to choose life for their children and also to make healthy decisions for their lives and for their families.
My favorite thing about working at Pregnancy Resources is when the mom and the dad see their baby on the screen and the light bulb comes on and they can't not choose life because they see that value in that life.
What I like best about Pregnancy Resources is the wonderful people that I get to volunteer with.
What I love about serving at Pregnancy Resources is being able to offer a limited ultrasound to a pregnant woman and for her to be able to see, in most cases, her baby and baby's heartbeat. It's usually a very significant moment for them, and it's very humbling to be present with the woman.
Well, I enjoy working at Bella's Closet. Just the other volunteers are fun to be with. We have a lot of fun working together. They're just great people. And I really appreciate the donations that people bring in. They're marvelous. They're really fun to be able to give nice things to our clients when they come in.
What I love most about working at For Pregnancy Resources is the ability to introduce moms and dads to their baby through the beauty of ultrasound.
I've been asked to share what I like most about it here, or some things that I love about here. I tried to say everything, but it needs to be a little more specific than that. I love that when I first get here, at the beginning of every shift, we pray. A staff member prays with me, and I really love that. I feel like it just sets the tone and gets us off to a good start. And I have already prayed all the way here, but it's just wonderful to pray with somebody else too, and somebody that has a heart for this like I do. I'm so thankful that God called me to this ministry. I think it's close to His heart, and that's where I want to be, close to His heart. I love talking to the clients. I still call them patients, but the clients. We have the best clients here ever. Most of them are so appreciative and open and transparent and sharing. I love too that I can tell them
there is no judgment here at all about anything. We each have our own story, and there's just no judgment at all. Everything here is free, so they don't have to worry about that on top of everything else. And right away we try to tell them too, you know, we're a Christian organization, but also that yes, we are for the babies, but we're also for the mamas. And that's how it's set up here. There's so many things, so many resources for the moms too, and really kind of the whole family. So I'm just very appreciative to be a part of this. I feel very honored and glad to be a part of it.
My favorite part about working at Pregnancy Resources is that I get to meet new people every day and speak into their lives, people that I wouldn't normally get to see and wouldn't normally meet, and it's great.
What I love most about working at Pregnancy Resources is getting to hear the stories of those who are impacted by this ministry. Both client stories and the way that they're impacted when they walk through our doors, but also the stories of our volunteers and our staff and those who partner with us financially and spiritually. It's great knowing that people open up our Thursday prayer emails and they're praying for each of us and they're praying for the situations that are happening in our centers. It's so great to know that there's a community of people who make Pregnancy Resources what it is.
Greetings, my name is John and welcome to the 2021 Pregnancy Resources Virtual Banquet, Rejoicing in the Journey. And whew, what a journey 2020 has been. It's been a tough year last year for all of us, and the journey's been a bit bleak at times. But this journey tonight back through 2020 is going to be different. because we've had the privilege as Pregnancy Resources to experience God's work blessing people, blessing this ministry, and bringing love and life to many, many families. And we're so thankful that we can journey back through this next half hour and see all the ways that God has been at work despite the pandemic. It is an exciting look back. And equally exciting is the look forward to the remarkable journey that God has before us and the many opportunities He'll give us to continue to bring love and life to so many families. We're so blessed to have the opportunity to be a part of this ministry. And as we look forward, tonight we have a job to do. We have the opportunity to raise $150,000 for this ministry's needs as we go and grow, rejoicing in this journey together as we see God continue to work in 2021. Thanks for being a part of the banquet tonight.
John was so right. 2020 was a year that none of us saw coming, but the good news is God has known all along exactly what 2020 was going to look like. And so as life got complicated and as everyone started to have to make adaptations and pivots, hate that word, so tired of that word. But as each of us had to adjust and figure out how to do life in a different way, we did that at Pregnancy Resources too. We spaced out when clients would be walking through our doors. We added some additional medical precautions, disinfecting precautions, and of course masking precautions. We adjusted ultrasound appointments and pregnancy test appointments. Classes are offered on Zoom or in limited capacity in small groups. And our No Regrets program started to do virtual education so that students who were at home learning remotely didn't miss an important abstinence message. Even with all of these changes and precautions in place, we saw more clients in 2020 than in 2019. 85% of the people who walked through our door had never been here before. 85%. Center visits were up 5%. Ultrasound visits were up 15%. Life-affirming pictures of little tiny humans in the womb where mom and dads could say, I see that child, I'm choosing life for that child. Spiritual conversations happen here every day. The gospel was presented and 3 people had a first time yes to Jesus here in our centers. People don't come looking for Jesus, but they find Him every day. And that type of ministry is possible because of you. Thank you. Tonight, I have the honor of recognizing one special volunteer who literally shapes ministry at Pregnancy Resources every day. Because of this volunteer, since 2013, Pregnancy Resources has been able to provide more than 6,820 pregnancy tests. Over 3,883 life-affirming ultrasounds have been facilitated under her supervision and watchful eye. In 2016, she helped us launch the mobile medical ministry and provided detailed, accurate information that would let that become a viable and vital part of how we do ministry here in the Quad Cities. She is a wife, a mother, and a Jesus lover. She is a doctor, a surgeon, and she is our medical director. Tonight it is my privilege to present the 2021 Volunteer of the Year Award to Dr. Karen Bruneau. As we continue to journey through 2021, we're excited to invite you to explore and embrace some other new changes that will be happening here at Pregnancy Resources. We're going to be expanding how we utilize the mobile medical unit. In the next few weeks, we'll be adding our 3rd location and taking vital pregnancy care to moms and dads who can't make it to us.
Tricia Wilson, and I'm the Executive Director here at Pregnancy Resources. With this unit, we're able to go to communities where people can't necessarily get to our front door so that we can provide them with ultrasounds, pregnancy tests, and life-affirming counseling. One of the things that we noticed was that in our community we have some transportation compromised families and individuals. We serve right now on the west end of Rock Island, and we serve in Muscatine, Iowa. And in both of those areas, there's just not another service that's like this that's available. It really allows us to just meet people where they are. One of our locations is right next to a bus stop. Another one is right in front of a YMCA, at a community center. They're places where people congregate already. So it takes away some of the fear, maybe some of the complication of going to get help. You can still do it anonymously. All the services are still free. And yet you're finding the help that you need literally right in your backyard.
Becca Mesmer, and I am a staff nurse at Pregnancy Resources. I love it. I love doing the ultrasounds, performing them, and introducing each baby to their parents and showing them that heartbeat. Lots of emotion. A lot of them say, I didn't know the heart was already beating. And they'll cry, they'll laugh, everything in between.
We wanted to get to those moms and those dads early in pregnancy who are trying to figure out what they're going to do about an unplanned or an unexpected pregnancy, and be able to offer them hope and encouragement and let them see life on the screen. We know that 91% of our clients who see life on the ultrasound screen choose life for their child, and we wanted to be a part of that story. Many times we're able to share the gospel, share the hope of the gospel, share the perspective that life is not as hopeless as it might seem, and offer them, besides a free pregnancy test and an ultrasound, we're able to connect them with other services that they need in the community, whether it be mental health services, material assistance, food services, medical services beyond what we can provide.
Knowing that I've helped someone and perhaps changed their mind about the life.
The best part of this for me is seeing lives changed. It is so exciting to see a new mom and a new dad see their child on the screen, recognize that's my baby, that's my life, that is something that we have created together, and there's value there. It's exciting to see moms and dads step up into the role of parenthood and be able to do it without fear. I get to do that every single day.
As we walk together on this journey in 2021, one of the things that we will continue to focus on is expanding the outreach and the capability of our ministry to men. In 2020, in the middle of COVID and in the middle of a pandemic, in the midst of restrictions and precautions, there were still 530 fathers who walked through our doors looking for help and open to mentorship. And so as we continue to walk this journey together, it's a priority to us that we make sure that we are ready for the men that God continues to send through our doors. We'll continue to recruit godly fathers to come to the center and teach and mentor. We'll continue to update our curriculum so that we're offering the most current teachable and trainable material. And finally, we'll continue to offer classes and mentorship on a schedule that works for our fathers, because we want them to lean into the fatherhood concepts that God embraces and to be the men that God created them to be.
My name's Kevin Wright. I work with the men's ministry over at Davenport Center. We have some current training, some Dr. Dad classes. It's just some training on what to expect as a father, you know, when the baby's sick, when the child's sick, when they're child safety, as far as, you know, keeping the house prepared. Just knowing that, hey, what to expect and what's coming up. Just really just to give a dad preparation for being a dad. The 24/7 class, and it's just talking about what's it take to be a good dad. Talk about dealing with your emotions, dealing with your self-respect, understanding that when's a good time and a bad time to address kids. You have young guys that just want to have, hey, I want to be the best dad I can be. You do it, and other guys have no clue, and they're scared. They come up there. Talking to guys that they've had bad dads in their life, and guys that had no dad. Being a dad is anybody can do. It's being the father that you really want to be, you know, and that's what we really want to teach them. You know, there's having kids is easy. Raising kids, or raising adults, I like to say, there's a lot more to it. Yeah, just recently talking to a gentleman that talking about communication with these kids, and they talked about notes. And we just talked about, did you ever write your daughter a letter? And it was just like a big aha moment. He says, she always writes me letters. I never thought about writing them back. And he goes, you know, I'm going to do that tonight. This, as soon as I get home, I'm going to write her a letter. And I said, it's a great time to tell her about all the positive things you like. Just share that with her. And he was just, you know, that was just a small one, but it was just one of those things that you could just see his eyes light up that, oh, there's a tool I can really use. I mean, there's a generation of dads being bad dads. You know, when you see a young man that says, I am not going to do that, it's, okay, I'm all in. How can I help you? You know what I mean? And if you can help him take something away of not going there, that's fantastic. And the young man that I'm thinking of, he's just trying so hard to be a dad, and he's got a rough way to go, but he's talking about these guys, hey, we're going to the bar. He says, no, I'm taking my kids to the park. I'm taking my kids to... That's a guy that's engaged, and he'll do okay, because he's spending the time with the kids. I don't really do it for what I can get out of it, but more of if I can help somebody else. I think too much in our society now we're me focused, and I think with the church and some of the stuff they're talking about being a godly man and everything else, if you're going to put everything you do for yourself first, you're going to miss out. And so I think that I've been, I think challenged to do something for somebody else.
Finally, in 2021, as we continue to journey and grow, we will be expanding our center services. I'm thrilled to let you know that this fall we will be opening one of our centers on Saturdays. You see, there are some clients who just can't get here Monday through Friday, and so we're going to make it easier for them to get the help that they need by opening our doors at a time when it's convenient for them. Will it be easy? No. Will we need to add volunteers and staff members? Absolutely. And is it going to require more money? Of course it is. But we know that this is what God is calling us to, because we know that life hangs in the balance, and Saturday service is going to make it easier for some moms and some dads to choose life for their unborn child. It's vital that we're here for our clients when they need us most. I hope you enjoy this short clip that shows just how important client services are.
I love this place. Life-affirming ministry has been a part of my story since my parents chose life for me when they were 17 and 18. And God just really opened up some unique doors for this to be a part of my story in this season of life.
I'm from Chicago. I don't have any family here in the Quad City. I moved here 4 years ago. So when I found out I got pregnant, I came to get the support and connection. I went online and looked up a few places that help pregnant women, and I found out about the Pregnant Resource Center. Throughout the pregnancy, fear started coming in. I just happened to be here just at the right time. I like first and foremost the spiritual aspect of it, the prayer, and the prayer is what drove me in. Them praying for me shows me that they really do care for people like me.
It's hard to describe what it's like to see hope enter a person's eyes when they walk through the doors feeling hopeless. And every day here at Pregnancy Resources, we get to speak truth and offer hope in a fresh way that people don't expect. And that's one of my favorite parts of this job.
You know, they don't have a job, they don't have a place to live, they're homeless and pregnant, the boyfriend is not kind to them, you know, there's no commitment there, they don't know that he will support, they don't know if they should abort. There's so many decisions, and you get this moment in time with them. Just one moment where you get to tell them everything that you know about what they should do with their life, and then you let them go, and you might never see them again. And then you wonder, you know, what happened? All the comments say things like, I felt comfortable when I walked in here. I felt loved and cared for. I felt understood and listened to. I think that that is something that people don't get a lot of places.
Well, there's girls that come here and they don't have a clue what they're going to do. And their thing is, you know, you have fear or flee, right? From this situation that they've never been in. And when we all get together and we sit at the table and we talk and we connect, you know, then they find that they're not alone and that there are other women or young women themselves experiencing the same thing, and encourages them to keep going as well.
I provide pregnancy testing and ultrasounds if we have a positive pregnancy test. When they see that baby on the screen and they're just really excited, it's just really fulfilling. These people come in here and they want help. They're in crisis mode, and at the end of the day, I just feel like I'm making a bigger difference than I was. It's just the best job I've ever had.
Now I come here for laughter, for joy, for connection. I get to connect with other moms. I don't feel so alone anymore. I don't feel like I'm the only woman walking this path or long journey. My son knows that I'm gonna always be here for him. And now I have found strength and resilience where some places deep down inside I wouldn't otherwise have found. Yes, I have a second baby on the way. I don't know what the sex is, but if it's a boy, it'll be Elijah, and if it's a girl, it'll be Zephaniah. It means that I can still be strong and be a hero to my kids because they are always looking up to me.
When you are involved with Pregnancy Resources, it's not a job, it's a calling. It's not a place that you go to work, it's a place that you go to serve, and we really are your urban missionaries. We are Frontlines Missions, Frontlines Ministry, every day seeing God change hearts and change lives.
It's a lot of fun to look back and see how God has been working here at Pregnancy Resources, and it's exciting to see what God is calling us to next. In 2021, the theme at Pregnancy Resources is the journey, because that simply explains what happens here every single day. And our journey, it's twofold. First, we journey with you. We are your urban missionaries, and every single day we get to offer hope, help, and compassion in the name of Jesus Christ. Second, we are invited by every client who walks through the door to walk with them on their journey. For some mom and dads, they're facing a crisis, they're not sure what to do next, and the life of their unborn child literally hangs in the balance. For other parents that come to us, they may be happy to be pregnant, but there's some other things happening and they just need a little extra help, some support, some encouragement, some guidance along the way. At Pregnancy Resources, it is an honor to be on the journey, a journey with you, and a journey with every mom and dad that God entrusts in our care. We believe that God has been preparing us for this season of ministry and that growth is ahead. In a culture that rages hopelessness, we proclaim that there is always hope. In a culture that asserts that life has little value, we stand on the truth that all life is sacred and created by God.
In a culture that paints pregnancy as a problem to be solved, we embrace that life is a gift. In a culture where we face false and fleeting leadership, we serve the one true God, who is sovereign, who is holy, and who is righteous. The ministry of Pregnancy Resources is eternity changing and life saving. And you, as a partner of Pregnancy Resources, make this type of ministry possible. There are many ways that you can partner with us. Tonight, our Big God goal is to raise $150,000 by May 1st, 2021. We need 300 families or 300 individuals to give their best one-time gift, and we need for 30 families or individuals to either begin or increase their monthly partnership. I know it seems like a lot, but we know that when we come together and serve in obedience, when we trust that God will supply the provision for the vision that He has given, that amazing things can happen. In your banquet packet earlier this week that you received, there was a card. It looks like this. It's your response card for Pregnancy Resources. It's simple to make a gift to Pregnancy Resources. You can either mail a check, you can get online and donate there, or you can participate in our text to give option. You see, real ministry takes real money. It takes real commitment, it takes sacrifice, and it takes prayer. Thank you for considering how you'll partner with us today.